안녕하세요. 저는 파티마입니다. 저는 유타대 Electrical and Computer Engineering 교수입니다. 인터뷰 기회를 주셔서 감사합니다. A little bit about myself. So I was born and raised in Iran, and then I went to China, studied the Chinese language and culture, and then I studied my undergrad in electronic information engineering. Then I went to the United States, the University of Utah, and studied both my master's and PhD in the electrical and computer engineering department. After I got my PhD, I also worked and taught in the EC department, and one day they came and told me that we are launching our program in Utah campus. Do you want to go? And I was like, yes, this sounds like a fun adventure, and I'm so glad that I made that decision and I'm here. So I arrived in South Korea in July, so it has just been maybe 4 or 5 months, but I have really enjoyed my experience so far. So I found our staff, faculty to be very supportive, very helpful. I have been enjoying learning some Korean language, trying Korean food. My favorite is gimbap. I traveled a little bit around Korea. I went to Seoul 2 times, to Busan, and I found it really beautiful. One more experience that I had is that I gave a special lecture about our EC program in Songdo High School, and it was a nice experience for me in a way that it reminded of some of the memories that I had when I used to study in high school back then. I found our IGC students to be adventurous, like studying in a different language, in English, right? And like, for example, in our university, our students study a few years in here and then they go to the United States and finish their degree there. So it's adventurous of them to study in a different culture, different language, and different country. So it kind of gives them that global mindset, and I found them to be open-minded. The other thing that I found about our IGC students is that they are very resilient and hardworking. We provide a very excellent education at the University of Utah, but not only that, our faculty, they do world-class research, and we encourage our students to get engaged in research from undergrad. We have a lot of scholarship opportunities to fund and support students for research, undergrad research. The other thing that I really like about the University of Utah is that our teachers are very dedicated to help and support our students, and in a way, our students, they receive a lot of personal attention and help. One more thing about our method of teaching is that, for example, in our engineering program, in the ECE program, the students learn things by hands-on experience, right? We want our students to get their hands dirty, to design and build, right? We have great student labs, and our students do projects like early classes in our program. And if you just search it on web, our alumni and faculty, they are leaders in computing, technology, and entrepreneurship, and many other areas. Like one example that comes to my mind is, for example, Thomas Stockholm, a faculty in the EC department who was one of the early creators and inventors of digital audio recording. So our department, Electrical and Computer Engineering department, offers 2 major, electrical engineering and computer engineering, which, by the way, are very broad and they also overlap a lot. Like a few examples, like talking about biomedical devices that help patients and people with disabilities. That is also electrical and computer engineering. Talking about artificial intelligence, talking about robotics, neural networks, signal processing, audio processing, image processing. Talking about telecommunication. When you make a phone call and send and receive messages, there's a whole engineering behind that is under electrical and computer engineering. optics, microwave, antennas, even antennas that could be implanted in the human body for diagnosing disease that is under ECE. And computer engineering, talking about designing computers, both hardware and software, programming software and designing the hardware behind it, and how to make these two work together. Designing computer-controlled systems, that is also under computer engineering. So these two majors, electrical engineering and computer engineering, they are very broad. And I suggest for more information, you check our website, University of Utah ECE department, to see more of our sub-areas, like our tracks, like I mentioned robotics, and you'll see more when you check that website. If you are looking for extra unique opportunities and experiences that prepare you for more international settings, you are welcome in IGC and at University of Utah Asia campus.